Imagine a country where football is more than just a sport. It's a unifying force, a cultural phenomenon, and a source of immense national pride. Welcome to Nigeria, home to one of Africa's finest national team, the Super Eagles, who have not only dominated the continent but also made their mark on the global stage. From the dusty streets where kids dream of becoming the next JJ Okocha, to the roaring stadiums where legends like Kanu Nwankwo and Rashidi Yekini have thrilled millions, football in Nigeria is an unstoppable passion. But how did this love affair with football begin? Let's rewind the clock back to the early 20th century when British colonialists first introduced the game to Nigeria. What started as a layer activities for the British quickly captured the hearts of Nigerians. By the 1920s and 1930s, football was spreading like wildfire across the country, with clubs like Lagos Marine, founded in 1894, and the Ibadan Lions, established in 1913, leading the charge. Although there are no official records of when the first football match was played in Nigeria, the sport roots can be traced back to the 1920s. As football's popularity grew, so did the need for structure. In 1945, the Nigerian Football Association (NFA) was formed to oversee the sports organization. The NFA's first major task was to organize the Governor's Cup, Nigeria's first official football tournament. This competition wasn't just about winning, it was about unity. For the first time, teams from different parts of the country came together, not just to play football, but to build a shared national identity. By the late 1940s, football had evolved into a powerful tool for national unity. Matches between Nigerian teams and British colonialists were symbolic, representing the growing sense of Nigerian identity and independence. Football was no longer just a colonial pastime, it was becoming the heartbeat of a nation. Nigeria's first national team was named the UK Tourists, and after a few unofficial warm-up games, they embarked on a historic journey to the United Kingdom. On 16 August 1949, the team boarded the RMSS Apapa and arrived in Liverpool 13 days later. Etim Enshaw served as the team captain, making him Nigeria's first ever national team captain, while Teslim Balogun was the star of the squad. Interestingly, the team played without shoe in their first official match, which was against Marion Crosby, and won 5-2. However, during their next game against an Athenian League 11, the English refused to play unless the tourists wore boots. The tourists complied, but unfortunately they lost 8-0. Despite the mixed results, this tour marked a significant milestone in Nigerian football history. Teslim Balogun went on to be signed by Petersburg United, becoming Nigeria's first ever football export. Nigeria's early success on the football field only fueled this passion. The Super Eagles made their debut in the African Cup of Nations (AFCON) in 1963. Although they did not advance far, they were just warming up. By the 1970s, Nigeria was emerging as a force in African football, with the team winning a gold medal at the second All-African Games in 1973. This was followed by third-place finishes in the 1976 and 1978 AFCON tournaments. Then came 1980, a year etched in the memories of Nigerian football fans. The Super Eagles, led by Christian Chukwu and featuring stars like Segun Odegbami and Best Ogedegbe, won the AFCON on home soil in Lagos.
Back of the net, and that made the score. Nigeria won.
It was a moment of immense pride and joy as Nigeria celebrated its first major football triumph. But the journey did not stop there. One of the greatest moments in Nigeria's football history came at the 1996 Olympic Games in Atlanta. The Nigerian national team stunned the world by defeating Argentina 3-2 in a thrilling final to win the gold medal. This victory didn't just put Nigeria on the global football map, it inspired a new generation of young footballers who dreamed of following in the footsteps of their heroes. On the bigger scene, Nigeria has featured in 6 FIFA World Cups, with their best results being round of 16 finishes in USA 94. France 98, and Brazil 2014. This international presence solidified Nigeria's position as a football powerhouse. Nigeria's national team have achieved significant success across various levels. The Super Eagles have won 3 AFCON titles in 1980, 1994 and 2013. The Under-17 team, known as the Golden Eaglet, hold the record for the most FIFA Under-17 World Cup wins.
Is immense on Jago for Spain. And it's saved!
With 5 titles in 1985, 1993, 2007, 2013,
Winning 3-0 on penalties.
and 2015. The Under-20 team, the Flying Eagles, has finished as runners-up twice in the FIFA Under-20 World Cup in 1989 and 2005, while the Under-23 team won gold at the 1996 Olympics and silver in 2008. This achievement reflects Nigeria's depth of talent and passion for football across all age groups. In recent times, Nigeria's football journey has seen both highs and lows. At the 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar, the Super Eagles failed to qualify, marking a rare absence from the global stage. However, in the 2023 African Cup of Nations held in Côte d'Ivoire, the Super Eagles showcased their resilience, finishing as runners-up after a tough 2-1 loss to the host nation, Ivory Coast.
Are the African champions? What a fairy tale story here. There they are, the champions of Africa.
William Trust Ekong scored Nigeria's only goal in the final. This performance reaffirmed the Super Eagles' status as one of Africa's football giants, always capable of competing at the highest level. Football has also been a key part of Nigeria's cultural identity. Heroes like JJ Okocha, Nwankwo Kanu, and more recently Ahmed Musa, Victor Osimhen, Samuel Chukwueze have all become national icons, embodying the hopes and dreams of millions. They, along with other notable players like Mudashiru Lawal, Rashidi Yekini, Vincent Inyama, Joseph Yobo, John Obi Mikel, and Peter Osase Odemwingie, have left an indelible mark on the sport. However, Nigeria has also seen its shares of rivalries, particularly with Ghana and Cameroon. These two nations have faced off against Nigeria in several high-stakes matches. The rivalry between Nigeria Super Eagles and Ghana Black Stars, known as the Jollof Derby, is one of Africa's biggest football rivalries, dating back to the 1950s. Over the years, the team have met 58 times, with Ghana winning 25 matches and Nigeria securing 12 victories, while 21 games have ended in draws. Nigeria have also played against Cameroon in the AFCON finals in 1984, 1988 and 2000, where Nigeria narrowly lost each time. These encounters have only intensified the passion and rivalry between these football-loving nations. Today, Nigerian football continues to thrive, with Super Eagles and the national women teams, the Super Falcons, representing the country on the global stage. The Super Falcons in particular have been a source of pride, consistently dominating women football in Africa and making their presence felt in international tournaments. From its humble beginnings as a colonial pastime, football in Nigeria has grown into national obsession, a source of unity, pride and inspiration for generations to come. If you are passionate about Nigerian football and want to keep exploring these incredible stories, don't forget to like this video, Share it with your friend and subscribe to Edu History TV for more fascinating insight into the rich history of our beloved sports. Let's continue celebrating the beautiful game that brings us all together.